One of the most common graphics that's used, in fact it's used in virtually every single trial, is a timeline. It's obvious why that's the case. Most people like to know what happened, the order in which it happened, and the sequence, the amount of time between certain events. There's a mistake that most lawyers make, however. They think that a timeline can only be constructed one way. They think it can only be told in strict chronological order, starting in January and going all the way to December. That forces the strict chronological order to be the way in which you tell the story. Sometimes it's more important to tell the story in a different way. And if that's the case, you need to make your timeline serve the way that you tell the story. Sometimes it makes sense to tell the story backwards, to start with the key event and then show all the events that led up to it. Other times it makes sense to start and describe the opening event and then describe the closing event and leave open what happened in between. That works best when the opening event doesn't correspond to the effect of the closing event, where something looks like it's going to succeed and then ultimately doesn't, and you then ask the jury why. Then you can go and talk about the middle of the timeline. The most important thing is to make sure the timeline serves the way that you need to tell the story effectively, not to force yourself to tell the story in some kind of strict chronological order.